Hi everyone, Mark from Ariga here again, and welcome to this first video in a new series we're now doing on Pipedrive integration. And this one's going to be focusing on full email integration. So, we did take a look previously at email integration in our setting up a basic Pipedrive system, but that focused on the Smart VCC feature. What we're looking at today is the fuller integration that allows you to manage all your email from within Pipedrive. So, as usual, it's all managed from the settings, so let's go there now. And we need to click on Email Integration in the middle section there under Personal Settings. Now, a couple of gotchas before we get started. So first of all, this feature will only work with IMAP and Exchange email systems. It does not work with POP3, so just be aware of that before you get started. It is a gold level subscription feature, so be aware of that as well. And finally, if like me you like playing about with things, and you can see here that I have previously added an account, then be aware that there is no current way of removing them. You can stop them syncing, but you can't physically remove the account. I've been assured by Pipedrive themselves that the engineers are working on that, so hopefully that feature will come soon. So let's add a new account. This service is actually provided by an external partner, but all we need to do to get started is enter our email address that we want to connect up. So I'll just pop that in there like that. Click sign in. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to try and work out what email service you're using. Now in my case it's Exchange. It will detect others as well. So you can see it says Exchange at the top there. Now I can get to some advanced features if it's not quite right, but first I'll just pop my password in and then I'll show you the advanced settings down here. So you can see here I can change the username, change the server if that's not quite right. I can also say, well actually you're wrong, it's not Exchange, but I don't need to do any of that, so I can hide that. All I need is my email address and password, and I click sign in. So that's going to try and log into my email account. And once that has happened, it will take me back to the Pipedrive system. Just get rid of my Chrome notification. And it's going to pop up with a new dialog box. So here what it's asking you to do is just to set a few basics. So a few options here to go through. Top one, I can choose whether I want to sync all emails or only emails that have certain labels. Now that's quite a nice feature because it allows you to pick and choose what emails you actually want to go into Pipedrive. Now for the sake of this demo I'll leave it at all emails. But as I say, if you want to be a bit more specific, you can change that. Now the second one I'm showing you here is how much history you want to bring in. So you get the option of start now or 1, 3 or 6 months ago. So I'm going to leave it at 1 month ago. I've not got much data, but you could pick what you want. And finally is also to do with the historical emails it's going to bring in. So do I want to bring it in from everyone or do I only want to bring it in from Pipedrive contacts? And again, you can set that according to your own preferences, but note it won't affect your email sync moving forward. Once I'm happy, I click Start Syncing. And as you can see at the top, it started syncing up my mailbox. Now, while that's happening, we can go through a few of the other options. So you can see at the top, the labels, I can change the setting I did earlier. So I can, if I want to, I can change it so only emails with certain labels come into the system. I'm going to leave it to all my emails for now, but you do get the option to change that. Now, second and probably the most important part is the archiving and deleting. So this first one asks if you want to archive email in your client when you archive it in Pipedrive. Again, it's a preference setting. I'll set it to no. Probably even more important is this next one, which is saying if you delete email in Pipedrive, do you want to delete it from your email client? My opinion, best to leave that as no, which is the default. Next part of the options is all about email tracking. So Pipedrive has the ability to track emails if they're sent from Pipedrive. So that can either be open tracking or link tracking, and you set those options here. Now, personally, I don't particularly like tracking, so I'm just going to click those all off. Okay, and the final thing is how the system will behave when I click an email address within the system. So for example, if I click on an email address to compose a new email, I can either compose it in Pipedrive, which is the recommended, or it can call out to my mail provider. Again, we'll leave it as a default, which is Pipedrive. Now, right at the bottom here, we have the ability to ignore certain email addresses. So if we don't want certain email addresses syncing up to Pipedrive, we can set that here. So for example, if I get a load of notifications from Microsoft that are irrelevant to Pipedrive, what I can do is I can put in star@microsoft.com in here, add that in, and that means that I won't get any emails from Microsoft coming into Pipedrive. Of course, if I've got it wrong, I can just remove that by clicking the red cross. That's it. That's our email sync set up. So if I click across the mail now, and just wait for that to load, you can see it's synced up a test email that I already had in my inbox. Okay. I can compose an email from in here, and this will be sent out from Pipedrive, but via my email service, so it will look exactly like it's come from me. It will also go into your sent items in your email client, in case you were wondering. So just quickly pop some information there, just like any other normal email. Click send, and that will go out. Okay, and the emails that actually come in are like any other emails. If I click on it there, you can see the details of the email, and like any other, I can link it up to a deal or to a contact. It won't do contacts automatically in this sync for safety reasons, but it does allow you to connect them up from here. Okay, so that is all I really need to show you. Now I will quickly show you disconnecting the sync. So if I go back to my settings and go back into email integration, if I want to stop syncing, all I need to do is click stop syncing next to the account that I want to stop. Okay, just ask me if I'm sure. That's it, that'll stop syncing that account. Alright, I can always reconnect it later. Okay, you can see there, see those both disconnected with a reconnect button next to them. Okay, and it will also give you a warning in your mailbox that you're currently, once it loads, that it's currently disconnected, and gives you links there to reconnect it if you need to. So that's it. I hope you found that useful. Of course, if you have any more questions or need any help with your system, please do get in touch using the email address on the screen. Thanks very much for listening.